Hey Wando, I'm Salome Stork.
And I'm Drake Payton, and welcome to this week's episode of Tribe Talk.
This week we're discussing the growing popularity of Ondog Green, Facebook ads, and Mount Pleasant's rapid development. For the past few years, the live music venue of Ondog Green has allowed artists to showcase their talents.
The converted barn is an enjoyable space for locals to connect.
Callie Johnson has the story. For the past few years, the live music venue of Ondog Green has allowed artists to showcase their talents.
The converted barn is an enjoyable space for locals to connect.
Callie Johnson.
Ondog Green is a well-known music venue located on North Highway 17. Its relaxed and friendly environment attracts various artists looking to share their newly created tunes with the community. From bands at Wando to independent artists and everyone in between, all are welcome to join the fun.
Ondog Green is a music collective. About 10 years ago we started hosting house shows, and it just developed into a Wednesday night music showcase.
I thought it would just be a really good way to get my volunteer hours in and still have a good time and still be doing something that is interesting to me. And I love the environment at Ondog Green. It's just really inviting and everybody there is super nice.
We take events that maybe haven't ever had a music component or that are looking to kind of either grow that a little bit or grow their exposure through some of our social media and whatnot.
You don't have to spend $30 to go see one band. You pay $5 at the gate and then you're in there for 6 different acts.
It seems like we've tried to keep people around us that have a passion and love for music.
It's chill, it's down to earth, everybody there, they're there to have a good time and just listen to music and come together as a community.
And hopefully we'll continue to partner with Wando like we have to help the programs where it fits. It's just a really welcoming, friendly place around the edges of what we've done here just at this site. And we're at the Sewee Outpost, and I can't thank the community of Onda and the community of the Sewee Outpost, the Gear family, enough, because they've really made it happen.
So if you wanted to volunteer at Ondog Green, it's a really easy process. All you'd have to do is go and talk to Eddie and just send him an email. It's ondoggreen@gmail.com, and he takes in anybody who wants to help out, gets you the hours you need, and it's a really easy process.
You meet folks here, and you also meet the musicians, because there's not a big wall, as you can see, for the musicians to hide behind. And so it's that mixing of people and things that we're real proud of that works well out here at Ondog Green.
This has been Callie Johnson reporting for Tribe Talk.
Wando Marching Band puts a lot of time and practice into their activity every year. There has been a lot of thought regarding whether or not the marching band should count as a physical education credit. Wando staff expressed their opinions about whether or not marching band should count as a physical education credit.
I don't think marching band should count as a gym credit because of a couple of things. First of all, marching band is after school and it is considered an extracurricular activity. Physical education is a curricular activity. It is done during school.
I think when you look at what our students do every day, 3 days a week, on Fridays and on Saturdays, I think that it's incredibly comparable to what a physical education class would do. So we're really working hard with a physical therapist to design the best kind of exercises.
These kids are in extremely good shape. If you took a spectrum of the health of the average high schooler, I would guarantee that these kids would score in the 75th percentile or better. Now at Wando, we start in May, April and May, starting with physical conditioning and getting them ready. So by the time they show up in August, they're ahead of where most kids are by the end of their PE credit.
I don't know how much marching you would do after you're done. I don't know. They might march in college, which is excellent. And so then what happens? Are they fit for life? Do they understand the concepts of exercise and what it does to your body, and maybe burning the right amount of calories or something like that in order to live a healthy lifestyle?
I think that our athletics programs at Wando and our PE classes are significantly better than other places I've taught, because I think they do take the time to work with students about health and nutrition. And I would say that if there was something that we needed to add to what we were doing to ensure the PE credit, I think everybody would be willing to do that. At the end of the day, I think all of our teachers want our students to be happy and healthy. And if we can help in doing that, we will.
This has been Davina Patel reporting for Tribe Talk.
Facebook has recently shed light on the principles that drive its advertising decisions.
The self-marketing techniques of Facebook make it so the consumer cannot take ads down, resulting in the rise of clickbait.
Shane McDavid has the story.
Facebook is one of the largest social media platforms. It allows businesses to self-market their desired advertisements. Although it has been very beneficial to many businesses, other businesses have been taking advantage.
Okay, so I've clicked on probably a couple at times, and then you learn to look at who's doing it when you looked at it once or twice and you know that it's ridiculous.
A lot would be links to get me to subscribe to something or pay for something or be on something totally different than what my objective was. My objective, I'm going to find out about world hunger. Click, I'm on Amazon buying something completely irrelevant to what it was that I wanted to click on.
First and foremost, not everyone can run an ad because you can't run ads on your personal page. You have to start a business or a group or a website style page.
During the recent election, Rush released ads on Facebook that contained either fake information or bias towards one candidate.
I believe that Facebook, now that they've been confronted with the serious issues that went on this past campaign, particularly this past presidential election, will probably change their rules about how they're going to determine what they accept and what they don't accept.
I remember seeing, during the presidential campaign, I remember seeing a specific ad that was being run that was, it was a picture of Hillary with a picture of the devil, and it was a picture of Jesus face to face. And it said, Hillary is the devil, and Trump is Jesus, and if you want Jesus to win this battle, hit like.
And I do believe I'm a more discerning Facebook reader than I was when I first started, and I just believed everything, but I never really saw the politics, the political things now. Now that I know what's going on politically, I'm very careful of what I believe and what I don't believe.
This has been Shane McDavid reporting for Tribe Talk.
This week on The Rewind, we take a look at the talent show and the NSPA Journalism Convention. On November 7th, Wando Student Council hosted the 2017 talent show, which allowed for many Wando students to show off their talents and perform for a crowd. A wide variety of acts performed, including singers, dancers, a yo-yoer, and a ventriloquist. Congratulations to the third place winner, Madison Frank, second place winners, Jayla and Elizabeth, and first place overall winners to Wando's step team. Over November 16th through 19th, Wando's Tribe Talk newspaper and yearbook traveled to Dallas, Texas to compete at the National High School Journalism Convention, co-sponsored by the JEA and the NSPA. These student journalists continued to learn by attending hands-on workshops and on-site conferences. They also competed against other journalists in categories including the Best of Show. Congratulations Tribe Talk for placing 4th in broadcast programs and Tribal Tribune for placing 6th in Tabloid's Best of Show. This has been Kellen Noonan reporting for Tribe Talk.
Every 98 seconds, another American is sexually assaulted. Sexual assault is a worldwide problem, but do we really know exactly what it is? Sexual assault is any type of sexual contact or behavior that occurs without the explicit consent of the recipient. In order to give awareness to this issue, activist Tarana Burke founded the Me Too movement in 2007. This was a movement designed to bring empowerment with empathy, meaning that victims would not feel alone. Recently, the Me Too movement blew up when the Weinstein Company founder Harvey Weinstein allegedly harassed 60-plus women and sexually assaulted 27. Then the movement broke out on social media when actress Alyssa Milano tweeted the hashtag #MeToo to show that sexual assault can happen to anyone, anywhere. Celebrities such as Sheryl Crow, Lady Gaga, and Reese Witherspoon also tweeted the hashtag to join the movement. Sexual assault doesn't only affect women. According to CNN, every 1 in 7 men are also victims of sexual assault. Just remember you are not alone. Talk to your school guidance counselor on how to get help or how to give help. This has been Carson Pease reporting for Tribe Talk.
In 2013, Mount Pleasant was named the 9th fastest growing city in the nation.
This ranking is apparent in the numerous urban developments that have been made. Valerie Hewen gives us more on the story.
Wando is located in the rapidly growing town of Mount Pleasant, which is just outside of the better-known city of Charleston. Like Charleston, Mount Pleasant is a place with beautiful scenery, a lot of charm, and is just a quick drive down from the beach, which has all prompted a massive influx of people to move to the area. Since 2000, Mount Pleasant's population has grown upwards of 63%, with a population density of 1,505 people per square mile. That's 942% more than the population density of the entire state of South Carolina, which is roughly 153.9 people per square mile. This is all happening in a town that was once just a small fishing village on the way to the beach. So how is this affecting the town and its people? Mount Pleasant has been and still is undergoing tremendous amounts of construction, which has really upset some longtime locals. The town is rebuilding and modernizing shopping outlets and traffic routes that have been around for decades, and they are building many homes and apartment complexes to accommodate more people, which the locals don't want. But more people can be beneficial. Diversity, along with job opportunities and the overall success of local businesses are increasing, which is beneficial to the economy. And although people, places, and things are bound to change, Mount Pleasant will always have a special charm to it. This has been Valerie Hewen reporting for Tribe Talk.
Shem Creek is a Mount Pleasant landmark and one of the most beautiful places in town. However, pollution is becoming a major problem and is threatening to make the area unsafe for recreational use.
Well, it's where our shrimp boats are docked and the fishing boats. It's been here for many, many years. Ever since I was a kid, I was born and raised here. It's been used for the fishing and shrimping industry, and it continues to do that today. In fact, we've been able to attract more boats. We've just got a few more that have come in because we've been working on trying to fix Shem Creek up a little bit with new docks and things like that.
For the people of Mount Pleasant, it's a beautiful location. And there's a new park, now there's a place for a boardwalk, and there's a lot of recreational activities that happen out of Shem Creek. From an ecological perspective and an environmental perspective, tidal creeks are incredibly important. And what they do is they support this whole thread of life.
There's little for the town of Mount Pleasant to do to fix the animal pollution issue. However, there are steps that can be taken to limit the negative human influence.
Pollution is a complicated topic because there are point source pollutions and then non-point source pollutions. And there are also big things that we consider pollution, like floating bottles of beer or glass bottles or pieces of styrofoam that we see as pollution. And then there's pollution that we can't see, anything from chemical pollution to microplastic pollution. And they all end up impacting the upper trophic levels, which means the levels that bioaccumulate.
If you notice that the lifeguards, they will have a flag out there, and if it's green you can swim, if it's red you can't swim because of the undertow. What I'd like to do is put a system out there to where after we test it, and Waterworks has been kind enough to agree to test it for us for free, to check the water, test it, and see if it has any of the fecal chloroform, I think they call it, and some of the other pollutants in there.
There are things that we can fix. So to end this with, I don't like to be negative, negative, negative all the time, but one thing that we do know is that this planet and these habitats and this environment is magnificent at recovering from something that has happened to it, and it recovers quickly. And if we pay attention to changes, then we will see a positive consequence to maybe changes that we make in our daily life.
This has been Pete Jonas reporting for Tribe Talk.
Missing someone
Locally known as Charleston's original acai bowl food truck, Brava Bowls has attracted those looking for a healthy snack. Fresh ingredients and being environmentally friendly is what Brava Bowls is all about. The variety of menu options make it possible for just about anyone to enjoy. These handcrafted treats are not only visually appealing, but also pack tropical flavors to enjoy right here in the Lowcountry. This has been Salome Stork reporting for Tribe Talk.
Thanks for watching, Wando.
Make sure to follow us at Tribe Talk WHS on Snapchat and Instagram. This has been Salome Stork
And Drake Payton signing off.
Samira and I were at a basketball game, and we were just like joking around, making steps and doing chants and making beats and stuff in the stands. And somebody was like, wow, you guys are good. Like, you should start a dance team.
Now it's more like a family, and they're more outgoing, and they're actually better. I mean, you can tell in the way that they step that they love what they do.
what's it gonna be?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into this week's edition of Sports Talk. So good to have you with us. As always, I'm Connor Griffin. Now, we start things off today by taking a look at the Fall National Signing Day. 9 Wando seniors inked their way to college to continue their athletic careers. You can see all their names on the right. We offer a big congratulations to those athletes, and we wish them nothing but the best at the next level. Last week, seniors Anaya Lawrence also signed. The two-time Player of the Year in South Carolina track and field decided to commit to Clemson University, and we wish her the best of luck as well. But now we shift our focus to boys basketball. They spent their Thanksgiving break playing in the Parkview Thanksgiving Tournament in Atlanta, Georgia. They even made it to the championship round, and Pete Jonas is here to break down the team's success, particularly in their game against the Panthers of Forest Park.
This is Pete Jonas, welcoming you in to the first edition of Pete's Playbook. Here's the first play. Right here, Brandon Kinlock uses the hesitation move to get past his man and clears up a ton of space for Sam Tunney to step into a jumper. Kinlock gets all the way to the free throw line, causing Sam's defender to have to slide over for help. Down low, the defender has to ease into the paint in case the initial help isn't good enough. This creates a wide open passing lane to Joe Ginrette in the corner. Kinlock has two options, and he goes with the second. And he makes a nice pass to Ginrette, who then knocks down an easy catch and shoot. A bit later in the game, Tristan Freeling moves without the ball to set a down screen for Zach Miller, the team's leading three-point shooter.
This puts the defense in a situation where they have to communicate. They don't. This defender is too busy ball watching, and Zach Miller is able to get open for a corner 3. The big man realizes his mistake, scrambles to get out there, but Zach's original defender is already on his way, leaving Tristan with all of this room to operate below the basket and potentially get an offensive board because nobody's there to box him out. He can't get a rebound though because Zach Miller knocks it down, no problem. Last play, the Warriors allow the ball to get inside the lane on D, but Gage Gibson provides a nice contest and gets a piece of the shot. Nick Holland comes up with the rebound and pushes it, but look who's the first person down the floor for the Warriors. Gage Gibson sprints down seconds after forcing the bad shot on defense, which puts a ton of pressure on Forest Park to get back in transition. This big man feels the need to get back and protect the rim, but he doesn't realize that his man, Joe Jenrette, is trailing on the play. Nick Holland gets picked up by his defender, so he dishes it off to Jenrette, who is wide open up top. He's able to step into the shot, in rhythm, and hit it.
The Warriors may not be the biggest team, but they're smart, fundamentally sound, and they play with a lot of pride. We'll see how the season pans out for them. For now, I'm Pete Jonas, reporting for Sports Talk.
Thank you, Pete. And we'll actually get a chance to see the boys in action here tonight against Porter-Gaud at 7:30. The girls varsity team will also be taking on the Cyclones. Their game tips off at 6, so be sure to come out and support both of the basketball teams in their first home games. Wrestling also has a busy week ahead of them as they start off their season on the road tonight. They then go to Irmo to compete in the Palmetto State Classic this weekend, but they return home to face Lexington and Bishop England exactly a week from today. Lots of stuff going down in the coming days as the winter sports season kicks off. Another season that's about to kick off is Powder Puff season. Practices will begin this Monday, December 4th from 4 to 5:30 after school. Practices will be held at the same time on the 5th and the 6th. The day of days, the Powder Puff game will be held Thursday, December 7th at the Old Wando Stadium starting at 5 o'clock. So if you're not playing, you're not coaching, feel free to come out, cheer on your friends, and hopefully see the Blitz Babes take home a championship. But that's all we got for you on this week's edition of Sports Talk. Thanks so much for tuning in. For more Wando sports information, you can follow at Wando Athletics on Twitter and Instagram. But until next time, I'm Connor Griffin. Go Warriors.